There's a belief that love is just a feeling. But what if love is more than emotion? What if love is the law that governs how life works? In this series, we're exploring love not as romance, but as alignment, as wholeness, and a way of being. Most of us grow up believing that relationships are meant to complete us, right? We're told that somewhere out there is someone who will fill the missing pieces. But relationships don't complete us. They reveal us. Every close relationship acts like a mirror. It reflects our strengths, our insecurities, our triggers, and our patterns. When someone's behavior activates us deeply, it's rarely random. It touches something already inside us. That doesn't mean we're wrong. It means there's something to understand. From a psychological perspective, many of our relational reactions are rooted in early attachment experiences. If we experienced inconsistency, we may become anxious in relationships. If we experienced emotional distance, we may withdraw. Relationships activate old wiring. Let me say that again. Relationships activate old wiring. But activation is not punishment. It's information. The Beatles got it right. The Beatles once sang, "I need somebody to love." And they were right. In many ways, human beings are wired for connection. We're not designed to exist in isolation. From birth, our nervous systems develop in relationship to other nervous systems. A baby regulates through the presence of their mother or a caregiver. A child builds confidence through safe attachments. And adult thrives in environments of trust and emotional safety. Love and health are deeply intertwined. When we experience safe, secure connection, our bodies respond. Heart rate stabilizes. Stress hormones decrease, and inflammation is lowered. When we experience chronic disconnection, rejection, or unpredictability, the body shifts into survival mode. And survival mode is not where we flourish. So yes, we need somebody to love. but not in a way that fills a void. We need connection that supports growth, connection that honors boundaries, and connection that encourages wholeness. The goal is not dependency. The goal is interdependence. Two regulated nervous systems choosing each other. Now that is a beautiful thing. Conflict is not the opposite of love. Avoidance is. Now, healthy conflict reveals where alignment is needed. When two people can sit in discomfort without attacking or shutting down, growth happens. It's not always easy, but it's very powerful. One of the greatest shifts in relational growth is moving from self-centeredness to self-awareness. Self-centeredness asks, how does this affect me? Self-awareness asks, what is this teaching me? And love expands perspective. Many people enter relationships seeking validation. We want reassurance that we are worthy, lovable, and enough. But when we rely entirely on another person to stabilize our worth, the relationship becomes fragile. Wholeness is internal. Validation is external. Love thrives when two whole people meet, not when two incomplete people try to rescue each other. And relationships require courage. The courage to apologize. The courage to listen without defending. And the courage to examine our patterns honestly. And sometimes the courage to walk away when alignment no longer exists. My friends, walking away from harm is not failure. It is self-respect. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? We might ask, what is this revealing about me? That question shifts everything. In our final episode of this series, we're going to explore something quite surprising. The physical health benefits of love. Because love doesn't just shape our emotions and our relationships, it shapes our biology. Love isn't something we chase, it's something we practice. Until next time, choose alignment over noise, presence over perfection, and love as a way of being. I'm so glad you're here. Take care of yourself.